so good.
We've also got a nice
Yo,
little
these edits
Zofia
are
buff.
weird,
Her speed
bro. I'm,
nerf
like,
has been
dozed off.
reverted, bringing her back to a 2-speed 2 armor again. Now, I'm personally not a guy that plays...
Zofia? Bro, let's go, bro. Dude, I literally said she should fucking have this, bro. Why would she ever be a 3 armor? Dude, she looks like she's a 2-speed at least. Like, bro, they should just base it off of what they look like. Like, Gridlock is not going to be a 3-speed or a 2-speed. Like, that should forever, you know, be... They watched your stream, bro. They definitely heard my feedback or something,
Zofia
bro.
buff. Her speed nerf has been
Definitely,
reverted,
bro.
bringing her back to a 2-speed.
Nah, but this literally makes her so much better, dude. Like, her being a 1-speed is actually... Bro, her gadget, everything about her screams 2 or 3-speed. Like, it's not, yeah.
Armor again.
Just
now,
dumb,
I'm
bro.
personally not a guy that plays Ashe. My aim sucks, and I need that extra utility to actually be useful for my team. That's why I
You run Claymores on Ashe?
play Zofia. She still has a great
Oh,
weapon,
yeah.
but
This is the worst combo I've ever seen ever, bro.
the extra hard breach tools
What
and the
is
stuns
this?
on top of those 2 impact grenades just bring that extra utility that actually...
Bro, this just feel... Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, I'm gonna stop glazing, but like, this just feels right, bro. Like, this gameplay feels good. Also, I think you guys were here yesterday, but I tried registering for the new... What's it called? What's it called, bro? The new, the like new servers to play on so you can play on this map. It didn't let me, bro.
makes me useful. And now that she's got some speed back, she is a much more attractive pick. I'm just hoping some of those Ashe mains out there agree with me and
Okay,
start
flirty,
playing her
bro.
more. But who am I kidding, guys? That's about as likely as
The
blowing out my
testers,
birthday
yeah.
candles, wishing for Spider-Man powers, and it actually coming.
Bro, what is on the background? Yo, this might be my favorite map, like the way it looks already. I'm not gonna lie. The coastline might be my favorite, like the way it looks, but I just hate the actual map so much. It's brought down every single aspect I have of it, so...
True. We
yeah.
can keep wishing, but it's probably not going to happen. There are some other small operator balancing changes that we'll quickly skim through so that we can move on to the real meat
posture.
of the season, like the new map, the Dokkaebi rework, and of course, rank 3.0,
Bro,
baby.
chat, I
That's
forgot to
actually
get
gonna be sick.
eggs.
Anyway, balancing-wise, pulse scanner is now 10.5
Okay.
meters instead of 9 meters. This is
Bro,
a
I
much
think this guy should be like way more... Wait, that's really fucking far. Never mind.
Needed buff
Wait,
that
where am I
makes him
even looking at? Is that a window?
slightly more effective. I still think he
Oh.
could
Honestly, bro, this is like the perfect range.
get an even bigger range on the scanner, like 12
Bro, that's
meters,
what I
but we'll have to
said.
wait and see how this actually plays out first.
That's what I
Mozzie's pest
said,
range is
bro.
now
Dude, no one picks poles.
1.75 meters instead of 1.5 meters, meaning you're no longer going to be able to sneak those drones past as easily, which was a
But I guess the thing about pulse though is like if you range it too hard, he'd be broken because when you get pulse scanned, you don't know it. You know what I mean? Like it's literally you could sneak
weak
up on
point of
someone.
his. Nomad is getting the grips on the AK-74M. Deimos already has them, so this kind of just makes sense for consistency, but I'll probably still use the
Why did she
ARX
not
because
have
that gun
them?
hits like a truck.
Yeah, the other Nomad gun way
And I'm
better.
a body shot
Easily,
warrior. Nomad's
easily.
actual air jabs also have an increased
literally
range
don't
now
play
from
Demos 'cause
3
I don't really
meters
like
to
his guns.
3.25 meters, giving them the slightest improvement.
it's
I
pouring
personally
outside,
didn't notice
chat.
people dodging air jabs before, and I guess I surely won't notice it now. Solus's gadget now lasts 17 seconds, up from 15, which I have no idea why this was needed, but I guess it's fine. Doesn't really do anything in my opinion, except for being even more annoying for pros and top rank players. Deimos also got a small buff, so now when you scan an enemy, you can track them after 4 seconds of their operator being revealed instead of 5. That way, after you scan someone on a drone, you don't have to sit around waiting to track them for quite as long. A good change that takes a little bit of pointlessness out
Wait,
of the
what
game,
they do, just
but
nerf
honestly,
the time it
not super
takes?
noticeable. Anyway, it's time
Bro.
to bring out the big guns with the new
Dokkaebi.
assault rifle, the XK23. This is
Bro,
one of
why would
Dokkaebi's
you
new
equip that
weapons in the
sight?
rework, but it will also be added to both Rora and Spence.
Yo, I already think I'm not gonna. It's on Rework, which is good, but I already think I'm not gonna like it. Look at the way this recoil is, bro. Does this guy have flash hider on this?
Sense definitely needs a love, and with Rora, this weapon fills the gap of that quicker close-range weapon to play off her gadget more smoothly.
Okay, maybe
I think
it's
these
not
are
that
both
bad.
great
It's
choices
just
to
like a
receive it, but
SMG,
is the
not
gun
an
even
AR.
any good to begin with? Because otherwise it doesn't really matter at all. Well, yeah. It's actually kind of insane. Damage and rate of fire-wise, it's very similar to the ARX on Nomad and Yana, only with
Ooh.
more horizontal
Bro, Chad,
recoil, a
started
larger
fucking pouring
35
just
round
now.
mag, and dealing 49 damage. Here's the
36
thing though,
bullets,
if you
though.
put on extended barrel, this goes from 49 to 54 damage, 2-shotting 3 speeds. While this is kind of nuts, I would still recommend using the compensator on it, as that horizontal recoil is kind of wacky and not in a good
bro,
way.
what he
The
said, bro, what
compensator
he
makes
said.
this side-to-side bouncing almost
Normal
entirely
AR
disappear.
recoils goes to the right, but this AR goes to the left. So it is an AR. I thought it was an SMG for a second. It sounds like an AR, but I don't know. Dude, this is kind of like the thermite gun. I would compare it more to the thermite gun rather than the ARX, but hey.
You're turning it into
Dude, the thermite gun, I'm not used to it,
a
bro.
laser beam of a weapon.
Like,
This
I
is going to
never
be a fun
play it,
one, and I'll
but-
definitely be
so it
using it
feels
on
really
all 3
weird.
of these operators. The best part about Dokkaebi having this gun is that you don't need that SMG-12 anymore if you don't want it, because with a
Why would you not want it? Anyway, is she gonna lose her, chat, is she gonna lose her semi-auto, bro? Cause dude, if Dokkaebi is losing her semi-auto, why would I even get the skin,
35
bro?
round
Just for a Rooney, and I don't even use it. Bro, I just don't really want to spend that much more money on this game, bro. Oh my gosh. I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to get the packs. I should
and
be
having
grinding.
a great all-around range, the Gon
It's already
6
about
doesn't
89.
feel like as much of
Holy-
a sacrifice. I mean, it is
Holy,
the
sorry,
SMG-12 we're
sorry.
losing, which is still
We're gonna do
painful not
this.
to bring, but some options have been opened up, which is pretty exciting. Speaking of, let's
Yo,
break
guys,
down
watching this guy's way better than the Kudos,
Dokkaebi's
in my
fat
opinion.
new update that completely changes
just,
the way
like,
she's played.
doesn't
We all
always
know that
have
Dokkaebi
the
calls phones
updates.
and hacks cams, and that's
Or at
not
least I don't see
changing.
'em.
However, the way that she does it is completely shifting her playstyle. She's still very strong, she just requires actual skill now instead of hitting a button and instantly being the best. So instead of ringing all the defenders, her phone calls are
Whoa.
targeted
I like
at a
the
single
animation
defender.
of
The
the-
defender you choose does
of the
have to
screen.
already be revealed, the same way it works with Deimos. And it's not really a phone call she's sending out anymore, it's actually a virus that is uploaded directly to the phone of the defender of choice. The amount of time that the calls last for is much shorter now, and if Doke is calling, you better pick up, because otherwise your phone literally explodes in your pocket, dealing 40 damage and starting a small kitchen fire on
Bro, Chad, this map looks really tough. It kind of like looks like bang. Like, bro, going up these stairs will be really annoying, but
the ground beneath you, forcing you to move. And because your
yeah, dude, going up these stairs will suck.
phone
but
has been nuked in your
it
trousers,
looks
you no
cool,
longer
like,
have
it
access
looks
to the
cool, but I don't
defender
know how
cameras,
good it
and
would
you're
be
probably missing some man parts
play-wise.
along with it. What this means is if you're playing Doke and you manage to get a full call through on a Maestro or an Echo, for example, bye-bye Yokais, bye-bye Evil Eyes. They'll of course still be there for other defenders to watch, but they won't be able to be controlled by the Echo or Maestro player anymore.
What?
On the upside for defenders, these calls are slightly quieter now, so you're not going to be heard from miles away, and because they don't last as
So,
long,
so
the attackers
Casino
won't have
gonna
as
make
much time
scenes
to
great
act
again?
off
Hey,
that
maybe,
info.
maybe.
Basically, you have to actually drone now as Dokkaebi, instead
Bro,
of
this
just
looks like
running
the
through the map
top
off a single
escape.
call with little to no risk.
Escape
And when it
game
comes to hacking the cameras,
that I
it's still
played
in
a while
Doke's
ago.
playbook, but it's gotten an upgrade. You no longer have to rotate across the map and actually get to that camera in order to do it. Doke just pops on the Bluetooth signal and hacks them from anywhere on the map. I know what you're thinking, that
Bro.
sounds super broken, and it totally would be if it weren't for the fact that the hacks only give her and the team camera access for a limited amount of time, about 20 seconds. And yes, everyone else on your team, including your dead teammates, can also use these cams. But what this means is you'll have to
they're
be
not
calculated
going
with the
to.
hacks and act off of that info before it's gone, which raises her skill ceiling even further. Again, Dokkaebi was an operator that was a click and win type of deal, but now that she takes both calculation and skill, she'll not only be more difficult, but she'll be
I
more
wouldn't
exciting
say
and
she's
fun to
click
play as
and
well.
win.
The worst part of all
I
about
think
this
she always
rework
took
is
a
that she
little bit of
has
skill.
lost her flashbangs. No more call blind sprint special. This was the ultimate Dokkaebi play, being a 3-speed, having the SMG-12, which is disgusting in close range, and being able to fully blind a defender off of the info from the calls. To be fair, that was kind of broken, but it's all good because pocket EMPs and smokes are still great choices.
Bro.
It is going to be some bad news for our boy Mute though, because
Okay, yo,
walking
I
into
saw she still has the semi-auto, so I might still get the skin, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna get the battle pass though. If I'm being
Pajama
honest, bro, I don't have to get the battle pass. Like I'm pretending like I do, but I really don't. Plus, I don't think there's an operator with the battle pass. So
after you
like,
can send a cyber attack will
with
no
this
longer
one at
cancel out
least,
the phone call
right?
since the virus is already uploaded to your phone. But if you're standing in the radius of a mute jammer before getting called, then Dokkaebi won't be able to connect to your phone because it's being jammed, and then you'll be safe from the viruses. So basically, sit on a mute jammer the entire round and you're safe, but really, who's got the patience for that? And that's the Dokkaebi rework. But what about the best part of the new season? That ranked 3.0, baby. Well, here's the first thing about rank 3.0. The map rotation for it has changed up quite a bit. Banning maps is still the
bro,
same
Loki
process.
took way too long to get this shit out, bro. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like it took way too long, bro.
You'll have the 5 maps
I already
pop up, you choose your
forgot
band,
about
it's random
ranked
between the rest. But also this
3.0.
season we have the brand new map, Calypso Casino. You've probably seen a lot of gameplay of it already throughout this video, but there's one
Yes.
very important thing
Well,
you
that
need
looks
to know about
like,
it in terms of the ban phase. You will not be able to ban
consulate
this
with
map
the
this season,
stairs.
but on top of that, it will be in the map rotation every single game. No matter what,
Bro.
Casino is one of your 5 maps on the ban screen, and you can't ban it. What this means is both you and I
Bro.
are going to be playing a lot of this map, and learning it is your best bet for actually winning in
Honestly,
rank 3.0.
whoa! Aquarium? Nah, bro, this is the best looking map. This is the best looking map. I don't care, bro. I do not care. I just realized Dokkaebi has 5 calls. That's insane, bro. This actually looks sick, bro. Dude, are you kidding me, bro? A fucking aquarium, a live aquarium, bro. Are there actually
You're gonna be
fishies?
playing it.
Oh wait,
So
it might
much.
just be a wall.
That's also
I think it's a wallpaper. Fuck.
why on my games channel I've done a full walkthrough
Bro, the background looked like it was moving because this guy's
of
just
it, talked
sprinting so
about
fast.
some of the key features, some
This looks tough though. I'm not gonna lie. I like this. I like this. This might be my favorite
disgusting
map.
angles, and
The gameplay wise, it might not be the best because no one knows it. But bro, I also like that they're forcing people to play it, so no one can really complain about it. Like, bro, I feel like most of the reason people complain about maps is because they don't play them.
how to
Like
approach this
Layer,
map
I don't think Layer's a bad map, but people just don't
if you
play
want to
them,
win.
bro.
Getting the head start on
So,
that will
how
put
would
you
you
miles
like
ahead
it?
of everyone else. So really, go take the time to learn it as soon as possible. In terms of the other maps in the rank pool, each map ban phase will consist of 3 maps from the pro map pool and 2 maps from the seasonal map pool, one of which will always be the unbannable Calypso Casino. In my opinion, that is a little bit overkill for the new map. I understand upping the rate it shows up, maybe it appears twice as much as other
don't
maps,
really
but having
mind it,
every single
honestly.
match means that we're going to be playing it all of the time. I think the move this season is just doing a no ban in the map phase, unless there's a map you really don't like playing, just to keep the map pool feeling fresh. But luckily for us, Casino is actually a really good map. At first it feels absolutely massive and very confusing, like most maps do at first, but after a solid 30 minutes walking through it and a few games
Bro, it
on it,
looks
I can start
good.
to understand the layout and feel a bit better. Yes,
Dude, it looks
it's
like a mix
big,
of, like,
but
all
it's
the
not too
maps,
big.
bro.
The giant
But, like,
lobby
that's a
area
good
is actually a
thing.
ton of fun with multiple flank routes and rotations, and then the interior rooms are smaller and closer knit, making for a fun amount of layers and distinct interactions. There's a giant crane you can rappel from to silently make your way into the lobby skylight since the rappel sound is so far away from the defenders. I think it's going to be a ton of fun to play around with. Before we talk about the rest of Rank 3.0 changes, I want to quickly touch on the 2 other announcements we got for Year 11 Season 2. The first is a big one for console players. In the mid-season update, we are going to be getting